Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Well, another day, another dollar. It's a wet, rainy day here in Hope, British Columbia, about 12 degrees. I just got done work. But in today's video, I thought I would show you guys and go over our budget recovery gear. So I'm going to head home, get changed. So let's find a cool spot and I'll show you what we got. Oh, well, this is the spot. This, for those of you who might not know, this is the Fraser River. This goes all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Some people call it the mighty Fraser River because in the spring, the fall, this thing can get flowing and is extremely it's massive, very, very powerful. As you can see where the water is now, imagine it being all the way up to those houses over there, which is insane. You guys aren't here to listen to me ramble about a river. You want to see our recovery gear. So I'll pull it out and we'll start going over it. So before I show you the first product, I just want to say that all these items I'm going to show you guys in today, we bought with our money. So this is not a sponsorship video. We're not influenced by some company and we're not creating this video to show you what's good. This is stuff that we've been using now for a year or two, and that's going to be an honest opinion on how we thought it's been. Now with that, I know there's going to be some people out there that are either going to think it, or they might even leave a comment and say recovery gear is something you shouldn't be budgeting. And I totally understand 100% where you guys are coming from. Some situations, trying to save a buck or two is definitely not the best way to go about things. Now, my response to that is I've been exploring in the backcountry now, all across BC, for quite a few years. And my personal opinion is there are more average, let's just call them, rigs like ours out on the trails exploring. Now, if you're one of those lucky individuals that has the super lifted truck with the big tires, the lockers, all the bells and whistles, well, then you would probably want to get the more expensive recovery gear because you're probably going to be putting your rig in places that the normal, average Joe like myself would go. So this is our recovery strap from Stay There. We picked this up off of Amazon. I'm going to leave links down below to all of the products that we use. So if you want to check it out, you can. Now this toe strap comes in multiple different colors. This is their 3-inch by 20 feet long. It's got a brake strength of 30,000 pounds. Unfortunately, they don't sell this one anymore. They only sell the 30-foot one. Now this strap, right away, I'm going to put the price here. For the 30-foot one, it's still really cheap. I think around 30 bucks. You're basically paying like $1 a foot. This strap has come in handy way more than I would have ever thought. But this rope has saved a lot of other people, us, and it's been able to, help us continue on the trail when we've had to pull a tree off. We've used this all last winter, recovering vehicles when the big snowstorm hit. And we've had to use this with 2 vehicles tied to it, using their winches and getting this big old girl and out of a pretty deep mud hole. This is a product from Robar. This is their soft shackles. Try to say that 3 times fast. Now this is technically a newer product for us. It's to replace the old ones. And it comes in a pack of 2. I'll leave the price again here. And these are, again, super handy. They're extremely durable and they work very, very easy. So basically these are the exact same as a hard shackle, but way cheaper and just easy to use. Not that a metal one is hard. So basically you just make the loop big enough that you can get the knot through, wrap that around wherever you want to on your vehicle for an anchor point, and there you go. Have the strap here. That's simple. Very easy to use, and they work good. Can't remember what the brake strength is, but again, I'll put that here. So yeah, great product. Works really, really well, and they're cheap. Now the next item is probably one of the most important ones, and for some reason it's one that I personally think, from the people I've ran into, is they don't carry. And that could just be, you know, they don't have enough room. As overlanders, we already have enough stuff, so having to carry shovels is definitely, for some, especially us in a GMC Yukon Denali, we don't have the luxury of having all these mounting hardware and stuff available for us. We have to and basically either get it fabricated ourselves or do some type of DIY to make something work. So having a good shovel that you can have on you at all times is extremely, extremely important. Now this guy has gotten us out of tons and tons of issues, and it's also been good for other things too, which I'll go over in a second. So this shovel, they call it a 3-in-1, but technically it's a 4-in-1. I'll explain that in a second. This is a military style shovel from Rhino USA. Now what I liked about this shovel is, one, the price. I'll put that here. And how small it is. So this is a very compact shovel from Rhino USA. And what I like about it, again, very easy to use. You just can tighten and loosen. It's got multiple functions, which I said. They call it a 3-in-1, but I call it a 4-in-1. One, obviously with this tight. A hoe, a pickaxe, a shovel. Fourth one that they don't include, it's got saw blades here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So if you're ever in a pinch, you know, they're surprisingly actually pretty sharp. So as I said, this is military grade. It's very small. And this is, again, like I said, has come in handy more than once. We've used this to pick ice off of the trail down from Jones Lake. And for those of you who might not know, Jones Lake is a beautiful lake high in the mountains, about 8K. But the road getting up to it, it's easy, but it's steep in some sections. And when you go up during the day, by nighttime, the road is turned into sheer ice. And a lot of people go up there because of how beautiful the lake is, but they're not equipped with the right type of vehicle to be, you know, driving in those situations. And those are the people that we've had to help quite a bit. We've actually posted a video on that. So because it was so icy, we used a pickaxe and basically made a trail and picking down from the ice all the way down to the dirt, so these people could have traction to get around the corner in the hill safely. Not only is it a really good shovel and very sturdy, I don't ever feel like I'm going to break this like the one I had before, those garden type shovels where it's got the wood handle. And even the ones that are fiberglass, I still find that after a couple uses, and if you're really reefing on it, you can feel the flex in it, and I've broken in my share. What's also nice about this is that this works really well for putting out fires, throwing a little bit of dirt on after you've dumped some water. So there's a lot of uses in this shovel. Now, one downside, to be 100% honest, is the size. And I learned that when we were trying to dig the truck out, when we basically sank it up to the frame. Now, again, I would rather have this than nothing at all. But being on my hands and knees, I'm still young enough that it wasn't a big deal. But it was a little bit, you know, I could see being an inconvenience for some people because it is short, as you guys can see. It's not very big. But I'll put all the measurements up here too for you guys. The next item that I think is definitely handy to have, this is one of those products you don't really want to use, but you want to have them if you need them. And that is a set of traction boards. Now these are the X-Bull traction boards. And what I liked about these is they did come with a carrying bag if you didn't want to mount them to your vehicle. They also came with all the mounting hardware. So if you were lucky enough to be able to have a side and mounting system here, it comes with all the bolts that you would need. Now we've only used these once, and honestly, did they get us unstuck? No, but that's when we were basically sank to the frame and no traction board was going to help us at that time. But these are definitely good to have for multiple reasons. One, let's just say you forget your shovel. These are actually designed to be used as a shovel. Now, yes, you're not going to be able to dig into something like this, but in any sand, snow, this would work better than nothing. What these are also good for is, again, if you're at a campsite and you need to level out your rig, those will work too. Now, these are also, I think, going to probably work better in snow or sand, but if we weren't sank up to the frame and basically bottomed ourselves out, I think these would have came in very, very handy. Now these I think are going for give or take around 100. I'll put all the specifications here. And again, I think traction boards are just good because sometimes, again, it's one of those products that you can mount on the side of your vehicle, mount it on your roof rack, or even keep them inside depending on the size of your rig, and at least you have them. You know, some of you might say that a winch is definitely an important tool, and I totally agree with you. That's something that we hope to get here soon. But again, that's definitely pricey. Even the cheap ones are $600. And if you're not at all handy, then you're gonna have to pay someone to install it, and then you're getting up there in price. So that's why I didn't mention that today. But yes, a winch would definitely be a very handy tool to have for any type of off-roading. But that's going to be our video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, consider sharing it with your friends and family. YouTube always likes, you know, the views and the comments, helps with the algorithm. I know you've heard that probably a million times, but it is true. It does help us small creators. So if you could do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. And until next time, guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.